4 years ago, a child and animal abuser, Jerome Lothian, who sexually and physically abused his puppy to the extent that she required euthanasia, was incarcerated. Jerome Lothian inflicted serious physical harm on his crossbreed bulldog, Mula, resulting in many fractures. The dog sustained injuries to her leg, pelvis, and spine following a 2-month period of torture and abuse by her owner. The little dog had untreated previous fractures as well as a recent fracture in her hind limb, along with genital mutilation. She was having difficulty ambulating on her hind legs and was hemorrhaging from her nostrils, in addition to sustaining injuries to her mouth and tongue. The veterinarian assessed the severity of Mula's injuries and determined that, despite comprehensive care, she would endure continuous pain. Thus, the most compassionate course of action was to euthanize her to alleviate her suffering. Magistrates were informed that Jerome Lothian denied Mula's euthanasia to intentionally prolong her suffering, prompting the involvement of law enforcement. Helen Mead, an inspector for the RSPCA, remained with the vulnerable puppy while awaiting the arrival of the police. She stated that the dog scarcely moved. However, after a while, Mula utilized her front legs to propel herself forward for a belly rub and rested her head in the officer's hands. Jerome Lothian was convicted of inflicting unnecessary suffering on the puppy and committing additional animal care violations at Nottingham Magistrates' Court. On July 7, Jerome Lothian was sentenced to 16 weeks of incarceration and prohibited from possessing animals for life. The 28-year-old black British man from Carlton, Nottinghamshire, was also ordered to pay £2,000 in costs and a £120 victim surcharge. Where is the child and animal abuser Jerome Lothian now?